is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my coupe. Only winning is exception on my coupe. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, can I hit that?
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 9 catches, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up second.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Tannehill getting this complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Tackle made there by Chris Wormley.
49-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Henry again, the ball carrier.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Steelers' 22.
Tannehill getting it out quickly to Brown. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Is good. Makes the score Titans 3.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Right. Turn. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of...
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Roethlisberger's pass.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line.
16 yards. And a Steeler first down.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Ben going to give this one to Counter.
Roethlisberger hands to
the numbers there for Counter in last week's game. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
2nd and 14. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down. It's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Second and 6.
Here's Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First and 10 at the
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
First and 10.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now second and 9 from the 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Steelers, nothing.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second and a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
First and 10.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
12 yards there and a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The tackle made by...
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Roethlisberger. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
A gain of 13 yards.
Good catch there by Eric Ebron, and the Steelers are hoping that they see the 2018 version of this young man. 66 catch, 750 yards, and 13 touchdowns. And that was good enough for 2nd in the league with the Indianapolis Colts. The Steelers like to throw to the tight end. They hope Ebron is the guy.
And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's a handoff to Connor. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
The ball carrier.
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Brings up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, Connor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018, he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
At the 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help.
obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you have to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 50, it's Tam. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
By the Steelers.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's first and goal. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Titans take over first and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they lead the visiting LA Chargers at halftime. Leonard Fournette, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting Jags out in front. Gardner Minshew having as hot a start as you can. 4 first-half touchdown passes. In the game you've been watching, it was Ben Roethlisberger who led the way offensively in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Ryan Switzer on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, a run with Connor. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. first down. It's Connor, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
It's a gain of 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
And that's exactly why Tennessee signed him. They want to see more of that from Vic Beasley, a sack there. And in 2019, had the 2nd best year of his career with 8 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. Had 15.5 sacks in 2016 when he was the first-team All-Pro.
Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
First and
back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run it again with Henry. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 44 yards.
Not sure much more could have been done there defensively. Went up with him, tried to knock it away, tried to get an arm in, unsuccessfully.
1st down, a run with Smallwood. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Going right back to Smallwood. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, it's Snell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Here's Snell yet again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5.
Titans 12.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Out Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Ryan Tannehill sacked.
Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A strong running. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start the drive with Smallwood. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They give to Smallwood. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Gain of 12.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
42-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Tennessee Titans. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Complete to Adam.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And his throw here is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out 1st downs.
He'll get this one complete to Davis.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They snap it to Tannehill. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. T.J. Watt. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Smallwood. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Third down, it's Wendell Smallwood. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Kick it and go, kick it and go. Step on, spin, move, and zone, scope. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off, and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off, and go.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft. Watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Step on, spin, move, and zone, scope. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. Step on, spin, move, and zone, scope. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was dying and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the gang now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser field. Ain't nothing to the hill. Step on, spin, move, and zone, scope. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. Step on, spin, move, and zone, scope. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. They mama proud, got a thou on the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them so you don't lose them next season.
Like my style, don't you? Nice like this, I wish I was.
Cap room is how much money you have to spend on the closer your contract proposal is to desired contract. This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths. This is the development trait. Superstar. This is the abilities tab. Here you can see what abilities a player has.
We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gonna throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly mama to the